TikTok. I decided after 6 months of not being on the dating apps that enough is enough. So I am downloading the dating apps. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. So here goes nothing. Comment below which photo you think should be my main one. Should it be this one or this one? Let me know, and don't forget to hit that follow button.
Hey social media, I literally cannot believe that I have been seeing Nadia for almost 4 months now. I mean, can you believe from that first date in the park to this relationship? Oh my god, what a crazy word to be saying, but honestly, like, I'm so glad I'm able to say that about her during this crazy time. Anyways, I really hope she never sees this because I'm a big old doof.
Hi, Mom. I hope the Labor Day barbecue went off without a hitch. Did that new neighbor come? The one you said's a total. Anyway, I'm doing okay. Your package came, and let me say you have a way of mailing just what I need. And I needed that homemade cornbread. I'm getting weary of men, of aggravating, vacant men. I'm still attracted to them. I'm still gay, but I'm thinking of being single in September. 1 month, not forever, just to reconnect and check in with who I've become. If you have any advice for me or insight overnight, let me know. Love you, Ford. Hey, Mom, I hope that going back to school didn't steamroll you and that you ended the week with a martini or two. First go of Project Solo's been no walk in the park. At least in March I made an art of dating miles apart. But now a part of me's dying. Whoa, without digital distractions, intimate interactions. How do I find satisfaction? How can I actually be single in September without a major bender every second, with my thoughts as me boxed in dread? If you think of any guidelines of how to be alright, let me know. Love you, for I'm drinking tea and doing sound baths. I'm mood tracking every single day. I'm trying to breathe and be kinder. I started therapy and I gotten off of Grindr. So I'll be single in September, and if by this December I haven't found the person who I'm searching to be, light a candle for me, pray the rosary, and please feel free to send more cornbread. Love, Ford.
I got a random notification yesterday on the dating app Hinge. I took a look in anticipation that the sender would make me cringe. After investigating his profile, doing a search on the internet, I got a glimpse of Avery's lifestyle. To be blunt, he owns a private jet and 5 Mercedes-Benzes. Benzes. Now normally, the guys I see are broke, or dull, or strange. But karma slithered to my side, and my luck's about to change. Tonight, I'm going to 70th and Central Park Avery Rothschild's request. Knowing on 70th and Central Park West, the less I expect that we will connect, the more we will. So I am going to 70th and Central Park West with all my passions suppressed. Calm, cool, collected for Central Park West. I'm waiting on 70th and Central Park West for Avery's car to appear. Debating while waiting on Central Park West. If I had said I'm wealthy instead, would he be here now? I'm waiting on 70th and Central Park West, enjoying the atmosphere, despite the fact that midnight's drawing near. How can this be? He said he'd be here on time. He also said the current president's fine. I blew my chance. I'll never find the right ball. Whoa, wait. Hold on a sec, who is that guy? Sporting a Gucci suit and tie. Sitting alone on Saturday night, his forehead to face proportions just right. Maybe we could go out for a drink. If I make a move and don't overthink, I'll make the ascent and swallow my fear and go for the gent who's actually here. I'll just say hi. I'm departing from 70th and Central Park West with Johnny Bloomberg. Ah, who could have guessed? And starting on 70th and Central Park West, to know I'm a catch and that my match won't ever blow me off. I am departing from 70th and Central Park West, feeling my absolute best. And as for what comes next, who knows what's next? Maybe next I'll move to 70th and Central Park West.
You're not into coffee. You're not one to explore. You're not into shopping or even walking by the stores. And you know I'm into coffee, and I'm always down to explore. My shopping addiction maybe causes some friction, but it's also a part of my lore. We're not a perfect match by any means. I'm in Manhattan, you're in Queens, but it seems we could have something here. So would you go on walks with me? Would you people watch with me? Would you chill with my friend group and not kill me if they get too competitive when playing guitar? Would you give in to me? Would you binge on indie films with me? Though we don't know what will happen next or how, would you be with me at least for now? Maybe you're not looking for something, and you're not trying to be tied down, but you're not in a habit of running when leaves turn from green to brown. was looking for something, and I've never wanted to be tied down. Of all the women I've met, from Morningside to Lafayette, you're one of the finest in this town. Your smile and your eyes hold so much light. The words you choose are always right. Despite our differences, I'm into you. So will you go on walks with me? Will you people watch with me? Will you come to Thanksgiving, then for years keep reliving the things my parents say when they get drunk? Will you give in to me? Will you binge on indie films with me? Though we don't know what will happen next or how, will you be with me, at least for now? I don't need a vow, I don't even need a label, just something sweet and safe and somewhat stable. No reason to be bound or restricted. I just have this picture in my mind, where I go on walks with you, and people watch with you, and wake up beside you, though I might be mortified for you to find me without an ounce of makeup. I would give in to you and binge so many films with you, though we don't know what will happen next or how. I would be with you, I would be with you, I would be with you, at the very least, for now.
Get out and vote, TikTok. I voted early. When and where are you voting?
Yes, I voted. I was there at 6 a.m. They literally started giving out pizzas because we were there for 8 hours.
I finally got the day off of work, but of course it is on election day, but that's okay because I'm gonna be at my polling place super early in the morning, and so should you. Happy voting, guys.
Fear in the air. Fear in the air. No one's going anywhere, 'cause there's a fear in the air.
Fear in the air. Fear in the air.
No one's going
anywhere.
There's a
In the air. And then the fear in the air turned to cheering in the air on a sunny day, a Saturday, the 7th of November. The fear in the air turned to cheering in the air for one day, for just one day.
From West 72nd to Bedford's divestment Astoria to the village of the GW Bridge. From Prospect Park to the heart of Harlem, in the Arch in Washington Square, everywhere. From East 89 out to Sunnyside, in the High Line in Chinatown, all around. For one day.
For just one day.
For a
Sunny day, a Saturday, the 7th of November. For a sunny day, a Saturday, a sunny day, a Saturday, for a sunny day, a Saturday, the 7th
sunny day is Saturday, the 7th of November.
Saturday.
How will the world remember?
We're outdoor dining. It's 33 degrees, I'm freaking freezing, but we're outdoor dining. You're telling me about your dog and then ask about me. You're asking about me. Well, I'm 25, from Oregon. I went to school at NYU. I work in sales. I live alone, right by the seaport and the two. Because my family is far, ever since March I've been on my own. Basically, I had a lot of time to really think, to reflect on life over many a drink. I was a bit depressed and I had some work to do. I'd normally hold back from sharing, cause most folks don't care. But I don't feel like I'm burdening you. I love to read, I love to bike, and yes, I have a Peloton. I'm now dependent on LaCroix, and so thank God for Amazon. Working from home's been quite the shift, and I really miss the underground bars. And I've mostly dated taking men who give to me, so I give to them until I finally realized I had to change. And after being single, I decided what I need is to find a way to balance honesty with strength, and to practice generosity at an arm's length, so I can give and still not give myself away. At least for now, at least for now. This is a lot to say up front, and maybe I have freaked you out. I'll let you go, I'll get the check. You wanna leave, I have no doubt. I'll call the car to get you home. You've been so lovely and so kind to me, the loveliest of company. Enjoy your life, go run free. I'm sorry that you had to see all this. What's so funny? You think I'm funny?
We're gonna get through this, guys.
I hope this vaccine actually comes soon.
Please stay safe and keep wearing that mask. I'm ending the year hopeful. I just met a guy who lives in Fidei, who watched me cry, then told me I was beautiful. I felt a pull in my chest, but that was also after a burger, whatever occurred. He and I are going on a second date, and I also left a job I hate for one I might not. I could focus on how 2020 sucked, and it did, but I think of how I didn't self-destruct. And I remember that I'm here sitting in an apartment I call my own. I make the bed, I do the dishes, and pay the rent myself. Though this year spent in this apartment could feel like wasted time. With what I learned about who I've always been, I think maybe this was meant to be.
Ending the year single. Turns out Johnny Bloomberg's new pursuer wooed him much more fluidly than I did. He said, "Kid, it's not the right time for us." That was a bust, but I ended up renewing the lease on my 3-bedroom. I now nanny a family with 2 rambunctious girls, and I could think about the ways the year went wrong, but that's not the way I wanna write this song. Look, I'm here sitting in an apartment I call my own. I sweep the floor, take out the trash, and pay the rent myself. Though this year spent inside apartments could feel like wasted time. With what I learned about who I've always been, I think maybe it was meant to be.
She's opening my eyes and she helped me realize I was constricted by my living situation. So I got my own place, and sure, it's half the space, but I don't waste my time scrubbing mixing bowls. Instead, with Nadia, I binge watch HBO. We elected a new president with a VP who represents, but I won't be content until every voice is heard. There is no final word, only moving forward, seeing people trying to survive. Moving forward, hearing people are trying to survive. Moving forward, believing people are trying to survive. 'Cause most of us are just here sitting in these apartments we call our own. We're stressed, we're gay, and find a way to pay the rent ourselves this year. In and out of apartments may have felt like wasted time.